In this video I am going to tell you some interesting facts about the planets in our solar system. Interesting facts about Sun. Even though light travels at nearly 300,000 kilometers per second, 186,000 miles per second, it still takes about 8 minutes and 20 seconds for sunlight to travel the 150 million kilometers to reach Earth. The core of the Sun is incredibly hot, reaching temperatures of about 15 million degrees Celsius. The Sun makes up 99.86% of the mass of the entire solar system. It's so large that about 1.3 million Earths could fit inside it. Despite appearing yellowish from Earth, it actually emits white light. We see it as yellow due to Earth's atmosphere. In about 5 billion years, the Sun will exhaust its hydrogen fuel and expand into a red giant. Every second, the Sun produces an amount of energy equivalent to about 1 trillion megaton bombs. This is all due to nuclear fusion, where hydrogen atoms are fused into helium, releasing vast amounts of energy. Mercury is believed to be one of the first planets to have formed after the Big Bang, and it is also one of the densest. The planet's large iron core accounts for most of its mass. Second point. Mercury has a 3:2 spin-orbit resonance, meaning it rotates 3 times on its axis for every 2 orbits around the Sun. As a result, a day on Mercury, from one sunrise to the next, lasts 176 Earth days, but its year only lasts 88 Earth days. Third point is this: a shocking fact about Mercury has been slowly shrinking for billions of years. Its core is cooling and contracting, which has caused the surface to crumple, forming large ridges called lobate scarps. Some of these ridges are hundreds of kilometers long and several kilometers high. Venus has a retrograde rotation, meaning it spins in the opposite direction to most planets in the solar system, including Earth. If you were standing on Venus, the Sun would rise in the west and set in the east. Venus hosts many large volcanoes, including shield volcanoes similar to those on Earth. Some scientists believe that Venus may still have active volcanic activity. Although definitive evidence remains elusive, there is evidence to suggest that Venus might have had liquid water on its surface billions of years ago, before its runaway greenhouse effect made the planet inhospitable. Some scientists hypothesize that Venus may have once been Earth-like.
Here are some interesting facts about Earth. Unique atmosphere. Earth has a unique atmosphere composed of 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen, which is essential for supporting life. Water coverage. About 71% of Earth's surface is covered by water, with the oceans containing around 97% of that water. Age of the Earth. Earth is approximately 4.5 billion years old, formed from the dust and gas surrounding the young Sun.
Mars is the 4th planet in our solar system, located between Earth and Jupiter. Known as the Red Planet, Mars appears reddish due to iron oxide, rust, on its surface. Atmosphere. Mars has a thin atmosphere, primarily made of carbon dioxide, CO2. Gravity. Mars' gravity is about 38% of Earth's, meaning you would weigh significantly less on Mars than you do on Earth. Temperature. Mars is much colder than Earth, with average temperatures around -80 degrees Fahrenheit -60 degrees Celsius. Day length. A day on Mars is approximately 24.6 hours, just slightly longer than a day on Earth. Seasons. Mars has seasons similar to Earth, but they last about twice as long due to its longer orbit around the Sun. Water. There is evidence of past liquid water on Mars, including ancient riverbeds, lakes, and today mostly in the form of ice, particularly at the poles. Moons. Mars has 2 small moons, Phobos. Jupiter, with a diameter of about 86,881 miles, 139,822 kilometers. It's more than 11 times wider than Earth. Jupiter's atmosphere is mostly made up of hydrogen, about 90%, and helium, about 10%, with traces of methane, water vapor, and ammonia. The Great Red Spot is a giant storm that has been raging for at least 400 years. It's so large that 3 Earths could fit inside it. Jupiter has the shortest day of all the planets. It rotates on its axis in just under 10 hours, creating a very fast rotation. Jupiter has at least 79 moons, including 4 large ones called the Galilean moons, even bigger than the planet Mercury. Jupiter is a gas giant, meaning it doesn't have a solid surface like Earth. Its outer layers are made of gas. Saturn is the 2nd largest planet in the solar system, after Jupiter. It is a gas giant primarily composed of hydrogen and helium. Saturn's most famous feature is its ring system, which is made up of ice particles, rocky debris, and dust. These rings extend up to 282,000 kilometers from the planet but are only about 10 meters thick in most places. Saturn has at least 83 moons. A day on Saturn is only about 10.7 hours long, making it one of the fastest rotating planets in the solar system. However, a year on Saturn lasts around 29.5 Earth years. Saturn experiences periodic storms known as the Great White Spot, a massive storm system that occurs roughly once every 30 Earth years and can be seen from Earth through telescopes. NASA's Cassini spacecraft studied Saturn from 2004 until 2017. About our planets in the solar system, Uranus is the seventh planet in our solar system. Located between Saturn and Neptune, Uranus is classified as an ice giant because it has a larger proportion of elements like water, ammonia, and methane. Uranus has a faint ring system composed of dark particles. There are 13 known rings, and they were discovered in 1977. Uranus has at least 27 known moons. Uranus was the first planet discovered with a telescope. It was discovered by Sir William Herschel on March 13, 1781. A day on Uranus, the time it takes to complete one rotation on its axis, is just 17.24 hours long. A year on Uranus, the time it takes to orbit the Sun, lasts about 84 Earth years. Neptune has the fastest winds in the solar system, reaching speeds of up to 2,100 kilometers per hour. Neptune has the fastest winds in the solar system, reaching speeds of up to 2,100 kilometers per hour. Similar to Jupiter's Great Red Spot, Neptune has a large storm system called the Great Dark Spot. This storm appears to can disappear and reappear over time. Neptune takes about 165 Earth years to complete one orbit around the Sun.